Hi everyone, are you a student or are you someone who's giving their boards or normal college exams? Then I bet this is the right channel and the right video for you. So I'll be sharing some mistakes, like not some, many mistakes that I did in my 12th standard that made me score less. So I'm not disclosing my marks here because I feel more for me, maybe less for you, and less for me, maybe more for you. So it all depends upon the person how much you want to score. So I wanted to score like 5% more than I got. 5% is around 25 marks in 5 subjects. So it's a lot, like 5% is a lot. So let's just get started with the video. Just a disclaimer for you guys, I did commerce with maths in my 11th and 12th standard. So my subjects were maths, business studies, economics, English and accountancy. So the first point being, I never revised. So I was so engrossed in completing the syllabus that I didn't have the time to revise. So I just left revision and went to the exam hall and gave my exam. And after my exams, I was like, no, this is not good. Like, I don't know, I couldn't remember anything because I did not revise. So first of all, revision is very important. So if you have 10 chapters coming in your pre or in your boards, just make sure you complete, because obviously you can't complete all the 10 chapters. So make sure you complete 8 of them and then revise 8 of them. Instead of going for the 2 more chapters, just revise those 8. Fix that 8 chapters first and then go for the rest 2 chapters. If you don't have the time, just leave those 2 chapters, but जो तुमने पढ़ा है उसे पक्का करो instead of like rushing to complete the syllabus. Second point, I never learned through keywords or mind maps. So till my 10th standard, I always used to use the keyword strategy, wherein you write the keywords on the left hand side of my page, and through which I used to make a mind map and learn all the signs, definitions and everything. But in my 12th standard, I just gave up this technique, and that's why I couldn't remember anything. Third and the most important, I wasn't sleeping. So as I told you in my previous video also, my sleep schedule was so bad. I used to wake up through alarms. I used to put repetitive alarms. Used to wake up at 2 a.m., 3 a.m. just not following my body clock, and that was the reason I was always tensed. My brain was always exploding because I was always so tired, and my head was always paining in my 12th standard. I couldn't remember a single day when I was like, no, now I am at peace. The fourth point which I did wrong was not learning important words, keywords. So in business studies, economics, you have to learn certain keywords, just cram through it, certain keywords. That's what the examiner will be looking for in your answers. So these are the changes that I did in my college, and hopefully I'll score well. To learn certain keywords, my tutors kept repeating it, but I didn't give a much heed to them. So that's what I said, that if someone elder than you says you something, you just say ki gyan de raha hai. But when someone of your age tells you something, then you literally feel that this might be good. So that's why I just want to help you out, that learn certain keywords. For example, in any answer there's a particular keyword like public sector or something. Just learn that word and underline that word. So if you highlight that word and underline it in your answers, the examiner will literally get impressed and will not even read through all your answers. She will just skim through it and will give you more marks. The sixth mistake that I made was not learning and writing. So it totally depends. You can speak it out, you can do any practice while learning, but just don't read it. So some people like walking and reading and like speaking it out. Some people write and learn. I was always a writing and learning person, but since my 12th syllabus was so much, I couldn't like write the whole book. I don't know, and I stopped writing and learning, and that's where I couldn't remember anything. So writing and learning is a very, very efficient way. You can also go for reading loudly and learning. That's also very efficient way. I've seen my friends do that, and it works for them. Number 7, the most important, like this, I've seen so many people just reading through the maths questions, reading through their accounts questions. It's not gonna happen. Been there, done that, guilty as charged, got really less marks in maths, the least marks in maths, because I read the answers. Since like I focused on covering every possible book, R.D. Sharma, Shiv Das, past years, everything, NCRT, and that's why you will not have the time to practice all the questions in all the books. So just stick to one book. Like even I did R.S. Agarwal. So just stick to one book, be it either Shiv Das, RD, any book, NCRT and one supplementary book, just that one supplementary book. practice all the questions, write all the questions, even the simplest question, practice it. It's gonna make a difference. You'll score really well. Instead of like covering all the books, reading through it, just don't do it. Even in accounts DK Goyal, and you have many more. I just remember DK Goyal. So just instead of reading those answers, practice it. So it's not gonna work if you don't practice the questions. Reading through it will not make you remember the answers. So reading will only be efficient once, it's just if you have your exam in like 2 to 3 hours and you're traveling and you're just seeing through the questions, that would make sense. But without practicing, it's not gonna work. The eighth, again very important, I was eating crap. So not taking care of my health, not taking care of what I was putting in my body. I was literally eating anything. I was always on a sugar rush. I used to binge on chocolates. I used to binge on shakes. I used to binge on that Halli Gulli chips. I still remember my brother went out and he bought me Snickers, those duty-free Snickers which are like this much long, and it had like 12 Snickers in that packet. No one at my house ate it, and he came and he kept that packet in the fridge. I saw that. In a day, I ate whole packet. My mom, dad and brother was not in the home for that whole day. And when they came back, they were like, there's no Snickers left. 12 Snickers. Snickers is a very heavy chocolate. I ate all the 12 chocolates. Apart from that, I also ate the normal roti sabzi which was made for me. And what I used to do was I used to eat chocolate and I used to throw that wrapper. I was so lazy. I used to throw that wrapper behind my bed. Like I wasn't like energetic enough to go and throw it in the dustbin. I used to throw it behind my bed. And one fine day, like in between my exams, when my mom was getting all the cleaning stuff done behind the doors and behind the beds, she just found all the chocolate, all the wafers wrappers behind my bed, and she was so disturbed by seeing that sight. I don't know like how to explain this, but you are what you eat. So please take care of your health in your boards. I gave my college exams without gaining weight for the first time in my life, and this was the best exams that I've ever given in my whole life. So you can give exams without gaining weight. You don't have to gain weight if you have your exams. You just find it as an excuse that I'm eating a lot, but you don't need to eat a lot. I'll be sharing a separate video that how I maintain my weight during my exams, because I know it's tricky to do that because your activity level is less, but still you can do it. It's not that difficult. My ninth and the last point, not taking offs on weekend. I used to study every day, full day, like full day. I didn't know what was Saturday, what was Sunday, no idea of it. And that's where like I was so demotivated, always stressful, and I just couldn't score well. So please take a break on weekends. As I always say, taking a break is really essential. So if you're someone who's going to college or school or is in their 12th standard or 10th standard, please don't repeat these mistakes that I made. If I would have not made these mistakes, then I can assure you that my 12th boards would have been a lot better. So I hope this was helpful for you. I'll see you in the next videos. This much size Snickers, and in a day I ate all college, school or anywhere. Please